Hi, welcome to Kratos BI Q&A. Today, we have some questions from Alex Dupler. He has some questions around how you build out a great center of excellence. This is something that I've spoken to on a number of different occasions. I have a video that's out for MBAS someplace. I don't know. I spoke at several different Power BI groups in Milwaukee and Green Bay, and I've got a few that are scheduled out there. Alex has seen them, but he missed some of the Q&A section, so he had some questions for me. They're great questions. Figure I'd share. All right. First question. Alex asks, our data community is mostly us presenting to people who we don't really get a lot of questions. Really want to introduce the concept of power hours. How'd you get it started up, and how'd you ramp it up to high participation? That's a great question. As a little bit of intro to this for people who aren't familiar, Power Hours is a 2-hour session that I run I and others on my team run every single week, where we walk people through the problems that they're facing inside Power BI or the Power Platform. We and the community help work through any challenges that people are having and get people up and running live and inside that stream. What you'll find is, especially as you're building out a community, there's lots of tribal knowledge on how to do a lot of different things inside of Power BI. If you don't know how to do it, someone else inside your community can. The big key is getting people to come forward and ask the questions, right? I focus in, and I've talked about this on the Guy in the Cube video. It's everybody's first day working with something. Be understanding, help bring those people along and highlight what it is that they're working on, okay? Walk through their challenge that they're having. Let them talk in their own words about what's going on. And then you walk through the thought process and the logic behind how you solve that problem for them. It's a really great format. It also encourages people in the community to come out and talk and speak, because, frankly, I know quite a bit about Power BI. I'm pretty good with Power BI, but I may not know everything. And having that community and that open forum where lots of people can come out and talk and share and help each other out is really beneficial for everyone. We follow the See, Do, Teach methodology of learning something. Go out to kratosbi.com. I've got a page dedicated to that, but it really helps people see what's going on, so that they feel confident to go out and do it. And then it gives people the opportunity to explain to other people how things can be done, right? That can be really helpful in the community. In fact, we actually have a very large group of people that have started to come into this because they realize that, even if they don't have questions, watching other people, what people are doing and how they work through challenges is really beneficial for them. So, excellent question, Alex. Alex, next question is number 2. I know you make special requests of folks with pro licenses. Since Microsoft, Alex is a Microsoft employee, gives free pro licenses to everyone, even guest users, how would you change your system? How would you go about governing the system? We can't control sharing the way you do, and we can't enforce an onboarding process the same way. I guess we could gate our cubes on read versus build, but I don't know if that'd be enough. Alex, this is an excellent question. And especially as more and more companies are getting an E5 license that has Power BI Pro included in it, this is good. This is a growing and more common problem. So I'll take a step back, and then I'll explain the recommendation that I have for Alex. So at Rockwell, and I would actually recommend this for any organization that is using a centrally governed but then self-service model that allows businesses to run and operate. Start with personal content creators who can build out and share with themselves. These are people who are going to have pro licenses, but they're only going to be able to share amongst themselves, amongst other pro license users, right? So they can do some Power BI work, light analysis, that type of thing. Let them in, let them do their thing. Then the next layer is our business unit content creators. These people are building content for others to consume. Those people have pro licenses, but they also have access to premium, right? And then we have our centralized IT space. they have broader access to, deeper tools. They'll be working with analysis services, have their own databases, right? So there's this different gradations when it comes to use. When you're bereft of the ability to control who can build and consume, and then therefore who can broadly share, the key is going to become in visual indicators as to when a user is consuming things that have been built out by the pros in that, like, centralized staff, or even within the business units who really know and can share broadly, making sure that it's very clear that you have icons, or you have color schemes, or you have specific formats or specific naming conventions when it comes to sharing, because you want to make sure that people are clearly understanding the content that is being shared by an enterprise or by a larger, broader team. That's a great question. That is definitively, it's not necessarily going to be a catch-all type of solution. You might also even look at who can share from enterprise-based data sets. There's some controls there, but a lot of that you're going to have to really, balance out yourself. Great question, Alex. Alex's next question is, how'd you go about getting your COE funded to begin with? While we have a COE for our division, 1,000 full-time employees, plus, vendor Power BI authors, Microsoft does not have a company-wide COE. Oh, really, Microsoft? Maybe we should talk. I'd love my next job to be running one for the whole company, because it's a total mess. No COE plus unlimited pro licenses. I'm sure it's not a total mess. I've seen what Microsoft has. It's kind of a mess. But honestly, organized chaos is a lot of what we're learning to embrace and deal with these days, right? As we talk about empowering people, that means we have to give people that freedom to go out, build, do things that you necessarily couldn't do otherwise, right? So everyone has a degree of the chaos. It's not just you, it's not just me, it's Microsoft too. So these are very, very common problems that we have to deal with, right? So Alex asks, how'd you go about getting the COE funded? And here's the secret: we never got the COE funded. All right, so there's no COE that was funded. This is something that we're doing kind of on our own time, as along with all of the work that we're doing, is as we define best practices for people to be doing, we share them more broadly, we make them more available across the organization, and then we also hone in on how we can build up and promote people in the community to keep moving these things forward. Additionally, we're able to block out that time for 2 hours every week for our power hours, and an hour every month for our COE meeting, because we funnel all of those questions and all of those requests that people get for additional help. We funnel those into those specific hours. So that's a huge time saver for people like myself and other people on the architectural team. It really helps condense the amount of time we spend on supporting and just these random things coming in from off the wall. So it's got huge leadership support. It's got huge respect from people. So it's really popular. Up my chain, they're very happy about it, and broadly in the community, people are very happy about it because they know if they come to Power Hours, we're going to work through and answer their questions, right? Whereas before, we were getting peppered with so many questions, there was no guarantee we'd ever get to anyone, right? It's really a big thing. So additionally, if you're trying to blow it out, I do recommend, if you want to if you want it to go big, do a big kickoff event. Plan something out. Plan it as a mini internal conference. That's kind of what we did. We thought, maybe we'll get 30, 40 people that will show up to this 4 hours of training. I prepared an hour. 3 other people prepared an hour about how to do BI at Rockwell Automation. We went from 30 to 40 people to 600 some odd people. So you never know what's going to go on there. If you have it blow up, contact Microsoft. Our Microsoft rep, shout out Cheryl Kelly, helped us through all of this stuff. So Really big deal there. Recommend it. All right. Here's the deal. If you got questions, shoot them over to me. I'm happy to put them into a new video. You can reach me on linkedin.com/Wagner Chris or out on Twitter at KratosBI. Not KratosBI.com, but just at KratosBI. Sorry, I'm very new to the whole Twitterverse type thing. Really enjoyed this. Thank you guys very much. All the links below will help you with, reach me out on various sites. Understanding you like any of these, like merchandise or, these little Funko things or any of the gear that I got links below if you're trying to do any of this stuff yourself. Thank you guys very much. Really appreciate it. Oh, don't forget, like, subscribe. I'm really bad at remembering that. Tell all your friends, like and subscribe to my videos. Thank you guys. Peace.